Previously on True Review. Yep, we're going for round 2. 10 more shitty games. 4 CDs. I'm gonna leave that one there as it is, thank you.
F.K. in the coffin.
Those ones were bad, but the next 3 nominations are possible contenders for the worst games ever. I guess it's time to put this list to bed. Here it goes. Postal 3. This one has gone down recently as one of the worst games ever made. I wouldn't say that it was, but it was pretty bad. It feels like this game has been molested by Overbowl. Yeah, we've picked up a molestation theme here. The Postal series went like this. Postal 1, Postal 2, funniest shit I ever did see. Postal 2 Apocalypse Weekend, not so good and quite psychologically disturbing in places. Postal Film, 95% pylo shit, 5% laughs. Postal 3, same as the film, but with a frustrating mission system. There are 2 mission paths in this game, one good and one evil. Both have their own storylines but are interchangeable. For example, if you get a bad rating or fail one of the good missions, the good mission storyline will end and you'll get kicked over to the evil storyline. It's quite confusing. But this also makes the chronology of events confusing in the game too, not to mention the Venezuelans showing up at the end for some reason. Not that the plot made any sense to begin with. In Postal 2, you were going about the place doing everyday jobs like picking up milk and returning books, which always ended in some sort of hilarious violent jam, but in this game, you're just going around doing stuff for some reason. This game does have a few Postal 2-like moments, but these are mostly replaced by shit like this.
Right, Postal has vehicles now. Very funny, assholes.
Oh, and by the way, this mission that I'm showing you here is as hard as balls. Yeah, hard as balls, I know. Did I mention that it feels like Uwe Boll has had his hands all over this game? Yeah, because it really feels like it... Oh, there you go, he's in it too. In fact, he has a whole mission dedicated to him. If the Running with Scissors staff are going to get anything right, the first thing to do is to cut all ties with him immediately. Countless bugs and difficulty spikes constantly plague this game, meaning that what could have been a hilarious experience has been transformed into a f***ing mess of a game. It's a real shame really, and I know that the Running with Scissors developers weren't entirely to blame here with this game, as it was kind of taken out of their hands on this one, but it just shows you what happens when the man starts messing with your shit. Yeah, crap games develop like this. Sonic the Hedgehog. In at number 2, we have the 2006 version of Sonic the Hedgehog. This game is as notorious as B.I.G. himself. The game follows the trend that all modern day Sonic games suck shit through a dog's anus, but this one really takes the cake. Here we have Sonic trying to save Princess Elsie from Dr. Eggman. Since when have we been referring to him as Eggman? Why not Robotnik anymore? Why, was the name Robotnik considered racist or politically incorrect as the times changed or something? But why is it that Sonic falls in love with a human? Isn't he a goddamn hedgehog? Why is a hedgehog getting feelings for a human, and vice versa? Well, if we're gonna follow those lines of thinking, then why is a hedgehog really fast at running, and let's just not go there. This game is full of bugs and glitches, like falling through the floor, and for some reason Sonic can't swim. Yeah, remember the old games, where you could do parts of each stage underwater? Well, good luck trying that here. You can't even go on sand, you fall straight through it. Between each mission, you're dicking around Paris or whatever this place is supposed to be called, doing some sort of bullshit side mission and wondering what the hell is going on. Then there's boss fights like against Silver, which is really shit, as if he gets too close to you, then prepare to die a slow and annoying death. If he gets too close, then you get picked up and hurt, but if you're in a corner when he does this, then by the time you regain control of Sonic, you're being picked up again. So you might as well just go ahead and put the controller down and wait till you die, because that's your only option here. The storyline is about as random as a blue panda bear trying to audition for a part in the Eurovision Song Contest, and I still don't fully understand what exactly the Iblis trigger is, nor do I care. There's times where the cutscenes are set in some random places for some reason, like a desert or a field that doesn't really have any reason to be there and doesn't add anything to the story, and not once does Pingus get referred to, so I was really disappointed with this game. And the voice acting is hammy, really hammy.
Your smile. That's all I need.
One more time, got me feeling so free.
Limbo of the Lost! You ready for some badly done horror games? Well, then you won't be expecting this one, as neither does this count amongst the horror genre, nor does it count as a bad game. It's a fucking atrocious game. Every so often, a really bad game comes out, and the hardcore gamers out there instantly hear about it, and it goes down in legend, but this one is one of the exceptions. Believe it or not, but this game somehow managed to slip under the radar of gaming justice, due to it being relatively unknown when it was released, and being only available on store shelves for only 3 months before being removed. Incidentally, this game is considered more unsellable than Rayplay, and that's saying something. This game was developed by 3 guys that formed the British developing company Majestic Studios. They had originally an idea of creating a freaky text adventure game, but later decided that this wasn't a good idea. They then got back together and decided that the game should be a graphical point-and-click game, and began working on it in 1995. It wasn't until March of 2008 when the game would eventually see the light of day and make it to the stores, but by June of the same year, the game was banned and all unsold copies removed, never to be sold again. So what happened? Well, 13 years of pissing about is what happened. More work got done on Duke Nukem Forever. The game gets you playing as an earthly guide to Captain Benjamin Spooner Briggs, captain of the Mary Celeste, an actual ship that was discovered inexplicably abandoned in 1872, and her crew had vanished without a trace. This game puts Briggs in limbo, a plane of existence between the world of the living and of the dead. You guide Briggs through this world and help him overcome obstacles and puzzles. The graphics, first off, could be a bit better. I mean, this is 2008, and this game's graphics is 2008. Yeah, South Park, I know. The difficulty to begin with isn't that bad, and it's possible to figure out what's going on by using your initiative, but then this goes completely out the window as the game starts going below the belt. Like here, for instance. Here, I'm in a staircase. Looks innocent enough. But if you didn't know any better, then you would have missed this curtain hanging down, which is vital for completing the mission, as you need it in a puzzle. And here as well. See this metal plate? Well, I didn't the first time. It took me ages to find it, and you know why? Because it blends in with the fucking background, that's why. Then there's the characters. Briggs is possibly the only exception here, as every other character is as fucking annoying as shit. Now, I'm not going to have a go at the East London accent here. But for fuck's sake, what is up with the East London accent here? Neilmates is probably the most annoying character ever conceived of, as he never stops talking shit. Seriously, listen!
I'm not just sitting here, but I do try to occupy myself. I do a little bit of thinking.
And that's supposed to be funny. Also, his name is bullshit. Now, in England we have a saying, Billy No Mates, for someone who has no friends, but this character is called Billy Neilmates. Now, doesn't that make you just want to let out a very sarcastic laugh? No? Yeah, that's right, it doesn't even deserve your attention. Then there's this character here who, and I'm not kidding here, is called Faggot. Brilliant. Kind of insulting, but okay. Also, what's with all of the close-up shots in this game? Seriously, there's so many close-up shots. Again, was this supposed to be funny or what? Because it's shit. Did I say that Briggs was the only exception earlier? Well, he's just been taken off that list. Look at that face. What's with that face? It looks like he's just had a very satisfying dump in his pants, and he's all really chuffed about it. And he does it all the time. And look, there's a close-up of it. Now, onto the main features of this game. Now, some of you watching this might already know about this game, and I imagine that if you do know about it, it's because of the following 2 points. The first point is the ending. You basically save Briggs' life and put the seal in place for some reason. Actually, there isn't really a plot to this game. You're just going through limbo for some reason. Then, once all said and done, what's left to do? Well, watch this.
I can't see a thing.
Go on, Rita, baby. Now that sounds really groovy. I tell you what, let's sing. Well, it's nice to see Briggs safe and sound. I After all he's been around, and in my view he should be crowned the king of limbo.
There are no words. Just no words. And what was that? We all had fun, we must agree.
False. I'll go false.
But finally, there's the greatest issue of them all, and the reason why this game was ultimately banned from sales. This game was massively plagiarised. Several of the backdrops and sets that are featured in this game were taken straight from other games, and in some cases, nothing was changed about it. Some of these are small and might not be recognised. Like here, that suit of armour in the background is actually an orcish armour set taken from Morrowind. This shot right here is actually the inside of a shop in Thief Deadly Shadows. In fact, Thief Deadly Shadows makes a number of appearances in this game, like the Keeper Library, both upstairs and down. Then there's this in Chapter 3. Recognise this? Yeah, it's the first edition bookshop in Oblivion. And here's the Fighters Guild office, also from Oblivion. And here's Castle Skirngrad from Oblivion 2. And look, they didn't even take down Count Hasseldor's portrait. This was the reason why this game was banned, but it's just as well because it was bad. But to be fair, if you can look past all these points that I've raised, then you'll actually come to realise this a pretty horrible game. Some of the puzzles don't make any sense, or seem to be rather lazy. Right, I need to get across this walkway that's rotting. Oh, this coffin lid only goes halfway across. Whatever, it'll do. Now I need to make tequila, so I combine a jug of water with this worm I got given to me earlier. Yeah, that's how you make tequila, isn't it? Damn, I could go on about this all day, but I think I'll leave the rest of my rant for another time. And with that, rounds up another video. But if you know how to make tequila out of water and a worm, then like and subscribe to my channel, and check out all of the previous True Review episodes right here at YouTube. See you soon.